Hello everyone. Here I'm going to do a couple more examples of finding a 5-number summary of a distribution. In this example here I have a frequency table as opposed to, say, a list of values. Find the 5-number summary of this distribution that's described by this frequency table. Okay, so I have my x values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. No context here, right? So we're just some random values. And then here are the frequencies that correspond to them. Okay. So the first thing we need to figure out is how many total individuals there are in this data set. Okay, take a pause and calculate that. Okay, so you should find that if you add up the frequencies, remember, those give you the total distribution, total number of individuals in our data set. So if I did it right, there should be 40 individuals here. Okay, 20, 29, 34, and 6. Yep, that's 40. So go ahead and pause the video and try to find the 25th, 50th, and 75th percentiles. Okay, now that you're back, let's see the work. So the 25th percentile, 25% of 40 individuals is 10. When we get a whole number, then our quartile or our percentile that we're looking for is going to be between the, in this case, 10th individual from the left, x10, and the next one, x11. Okay, so I didn't fill these in yet because I wanted to do it together. So let's look up here. I need to figure out, counting from the left, where my 10th individual is and where my 11th individual is. So here in this group I have 7 individuals, so my 10th individual is not there yet. So I have to count into here to get to my 10th and my 11th individual. Right, so notice if I'm counting from the left, if I think of x1 as being the smallest value over here, dot, 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 and I'm counting from the left, and then these two correspond to 20 values total. So x20 is over here. Sorry, it's hard to read. So x10 and x11 are both here, right? So x10 and x11 both have a value of 20 because they're both in this part of the table. So x10 will be 20 and x11 is 20. Okay. Since both values are the same, the halfway point is the same value as well. So Q1 is equal to 20. Okay, again, both values are the same, so the only value in between them is 20 itself. Okay, let's do the next one. 50% of 40 is 20. Okay, again, we get a whole number, so that tells me that Q2 is between the 20th value from the left and the 21st value. Well, let's see. I know that the 20th value is the last value that's in these two, the 20th individual is the last individual that's in these two groups, right? So x1, x20 is here, x21 starts here, okay, dot, dot, dot. So x20 has a value of 20. Hopefully you don't get confused by those being the same. Sorry about that. That's a total accident. And x21 is 30. Okay, so the halfway point between 20 and 30 is 25. Okay, 25, which you can find by taking the average of 20 and 30 if you don't see it. Okay, so there's my second quartile, again, my median. Finally, the 75th percentile, 75% of 40 is 30. So that means, again, whole number. So that means my third quartile is going to be between the 30th individual from the left, right, the value of x30, and the 31st individual. So if I count, okay, let's see, I got 7 here, plus 13 is 20, right? There's x1 to x20 there. Plus 9 more, 20 plus 9 more makes 29, okay? So over here, the last individual that has a value of 30 is x29. So x30 is the next one here, as well as x31, dot, dot, dot. Okay. So x30, the 30th value from the left is 40, and x31 is also 40. Let me draw a slightly different picture if this is a little unclear, right? If I go from here to here, I have 20 individuals. If I go from here to here, I have 29 individuals. Okay, and so that means my 30th individual is in this value here, right, at 40, and also the 31st individual. Okay, so X30 and X31 are both 40, so that tells me that Q3 is also 40. Okay, so here are my 3 quartiles. My minimum value is 10. My maximum value is 70. So my 5-number summary is 10, 20, 25, 40, 70. Okay. If you're unsure about anything, pause it right now and see if you can figure it out. Okay. If not, otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next example. Okay. So in this next example, we are looking at a dot plot. Okay. So find a 5-number summary of the following distribution. Okay. So here's the graph. Take a moment to pause it and draw it for yourself. Okay. There's 27 total dots here. Values ranging from 0 to 240. Again, some hypothetical distribution. No context. Okay, so I have 27 individuals, so same technique as before to find the 5-number summary. I found 25% of 27, 50% of 27, and 75% of 27. Okay, so let's go through the work. 25% of 27 is 6.75. That's not a whole number, so that tells me I rounded up to 7, which tells me that the first quartile is at the 7th value from the left, right? The value of the 7th individual from the left. Okay, so let's go ahead and just count it, see where that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so here's X7 here. Think of this guy as X7. Its value is 80. Okay, so that's my first quartile. 50th percentile. 50% of 27 is 13.5. Again, not a whole number, so I round it up to 14, and I get that the second quartile is at the 14th individual from the left, the value of X14. So let's count. So this is the 7th individual, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so this is where X14 is. Its value is 120. Okay, almost done. 75th percentile. 75% of 27 is 20.25. Again, not a whole number, so I round it up to 21, right, which tells me that my third quartile is at the 21st individual from the left. So let's keep counting. I got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, this is where X21 is. Value 160. Okay, so those are my quartiles. So my 5-number summary then will be, the smallest value is 0, the first quartile is 80, 120 is the median, 160 is the third quartile, and 240 is the maximum over here. Okay, in my next video, I will start talking about box plots and how to graphically display the 5-number summary.